Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Stunning scene at the Oscars last night. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock after making a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Let's bring in Kat Timpf for more on this. And Kat, I was thinking, you don't just walk up on stage at the Oscars and smack somebody across the face unless there's some kind of history. And I'm wondering, maybe part of the catalyst might have been this moment from 2016 when Chris Rock hosted the Oscars. Listen here.
Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. It's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. Yeah, you're right. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West.
All right, so he's a comedian. He takes shots at people, but this was a really severe reaction to a joke.
It was an unacceptable reaction to the joke, to the point where I actually can't even believe that there's a debate over it. This is what happens when people are always saying, oh, words are violence, words are violence. They're not violence. And now you see why me and so many other people have been pushing back against that narrative, because it's a really scary time to, be a comedian right now, because before it's, if you make an errant joke, then you can, have your career destroyed and, you're canceled. Apparently now you can, get hit and have people actually defending the person who hit you, which I've seen a lot of people doing. I don't care what the joke was about. It doesn't matter. His job is to make jokes. They're not all going to hit. You can't slap somebody.
You said you can't believe that there's a debate over this. There's a few debates going on. Some initially thought, oh, was this staged? Daily Mail has a write-up most recently saying, was it? There's a few things where Chris Rock sort of leans in anticipating the slap. But if you put that to the side and just assume this all happened and all happened very authentically, Kat, you played through a lot of different, because we roll the video again and like Jada's reaction. Initially the joke was told and Will Smith actually, he laughed at the joke initially when the camera panned to him. And it wasn't until the camera panned to his wife where she showed, that's the slap obviously, if we could go back. Jada shows complete disapproval for the joke, and next thing you know, Will Smith is getting up and walking to the stage.
Yeah, and you can disapprove a joke all you want. You can't hit somebody over a joke that you don't like. I don't care how offensive you thought it was. I don't want to see a world where that's something that a comedian can expect. Oh, I'm going to try this joke out. I don't know if it's going to work or not. If it doesn't work, someone's going to come up and hit me, and then people are going to think that's acceptable. I get, alopecia. I was diagnosed with alopecia when I was 27, and I lost almost all of my hair. It is back now. I mean, this is mostly fake hair,
and
but
gorgeous.
This is mostly fake hair, but my natural hair was, is better now thanks to, different topicals and medications and PRP, which is a treatment which is thankfully worked for me, but is very painful. I get it. I never went completely bald. I don't know how that would feel. I get that it's a painful thing. I did cry a lot when I was in the throes of that. It does not matter in terms of someone slapping a comedian for telling a joke. I don't, it's scary to me that happened. It's even scarier to me that people are actually defending it, because it just shows how far we've gone in terms of respecting the art of comedy and of, people being able to speak without expecting violence or the potential of violence.
So, Kat, one of the big debates out there is, should Will Smith have his Oscar taken away for that? And two, here you have a show that's watched not by as many people as it used to be, but still there's a lot of people. My kids were watching it. Thankfully, they were in bed when that happened. And you've got violence being played out on TV.
Yeah,
I mean, real
that's
violence,
an acceptable
not just
way
TV
to deal
violence.
with something you don't like.
It feels like we should get Will's apology in here, if we could play it out.
I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning. Love will make you do crazy things.
Okay, so I guess jury's out whether or not the American public will accept that apology the way it was. I believe the police were called to the scene, and Chris Rock decided not to file charges.
Yeah, well, there was an assault at the scene, so that does make sense to me. I mean, look, that wasn't really an apology. He didn't really say what he was sorry for. He said, love makes you do crazy things. Like, look, I know what love is, and I've never hit anybody in the face. So,
well, good to have you here, Kat. Great to have you.
Great to be.
All right. We'll see you on Gutfed later. John?
Thanks, Kat.